This is an ASMR chit chat video, and I have a few topics that I want to talk about today. And one of them is something that I'm like, I don't know, I feel like I'm kind of always going through it, but not going through it at the same time, like currently. But that is the fact that bad things happen for good reasons. And I feel like I just need to remind us all of that. Bad things happen to us for good reasons. A lot of the times I try to micromanage my life and control it, and then I get like really upset if things don't go my way. But what I've noticed, sorry, I'm like over here playing with my hair. Like, get it together, I mean. Sometimes I've noticed though that the things that I think that I want, I actually don't want, and that if I actually had my way and got everything in the order that I wanted it, that I wouldn't have the life that I want. The universe knows you better than yourself, so we just have to remember that and trust that the universe has us. I actually, well, this kind of sounds like crazy, but that's okay. I kind of enjoy when things aren't going my way now, because I know that if things aren't going my way, that something good is about to happen. If I feel really frustrated, if I feel super overwhelmed, if I feel like nothing is going right, then I know at least something good is about to happen, because life really is a journey. And sometimes when you're doing the most, or you're doing something different, or you're out of your comfort zone, it might feel like everything is in shambles. It might feel like you're not making the right decisions. It might feel like nothing's going your way and you have no clue what to do. But that, most of the time, is actually just because you're not used to being in that vibration. You're not used to being that person yet. You're not realizing things. As that famous Kylie Jenner video, when she's like, this year, my birthday, I'm just realizing stuff. Yeah, it's the year of realizing things every year, okay? And sometimes you may not realize why things are happening the way they're happening, or what it takes to get there, but just feel happy in that when things are all over the place, because it's just that your current reality is aligning with the reality that you manifested in your mind. So when you feel like things are getting crazy, that's when you know you're on the right path and things will settle out. And then when things settle out, you become this person that just, it's normal to you. And something that you might have looked back on and been like, I wish that I could be that person, or what would it feel like to be that person, or if I could just have that thing or be that person, you look around and you're like, oh, I am that person, and it's like no big deal to me anymore. We all are on the right path, and if you're feeling anxious, like you are looking around and you feel like people are on this better journey or higher up on the journey than you are, just know that things actually can happen very quickly. You could become a millionaire overnight. You could change your life in a night, right? Like, things can happen quickly. Things can happen quickly. You are where you're supposed to be. So you might look at somebody and you think like, wow, they're way up here, right? And I feel like I'm way down there. But what if I told you that that person that's way up here has been working every day of their life slowly got there, trekking on, you know, not enjoying the moment, not really living their life, just working on that thing, right? But you, 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 you don't need to worry because you can come from down here to way up there in way less work. So you can look at that person up there and be like, wow, I'm inspired by their hard work. I'm gonna be up there too. But you don't need to feel anxious, like, oh my gosh, is it too late? I didn't put in the work. I wasn't, trugging along. What is that word? Chugging along. Chugging along, like, choo choo, I'm on the miserable train. Like, no. You can get way up there way quicker with way less work and way more fun. So, do you see what I mean? There are people that have a full-time job, like selling things on TikTok, okay? And I'm sure that they didn't think that that would be a job in their life at some point, right? Like, there are so many opportunities in this life, and we all have different circumstances. There are people that spend years and years and years learning or building or whatever, and there are people that take literally like one day. Like, for instance, Misty Copeland is a very famous ballet dancer, and she's in the New York City Ballet, and she actually didn't start ballet dancing until she was 13. And in the ballet world, you are professional level at about 14, 15. So, Misty Copeland did not start dancing until she was 13, and she was a black woman. And in ballet, that wasn't as common back then. Like, she really is one of the first, black ballet stars. And she didn't start till she was 13. But when she started at 13, she was amazingly good, and she progressed so quickly that just in a few years, she was a professional ballet dancer. So, even though life and society would say, if you don't start ballet dancing until when you're 2 or 3, you don't have a chance. That is so false, and she proved them all wrong. She proved them wrong with her more athletic build. She proved them wrong with her skin color. She proved them wrong with the amount of years that it would take to be a professional, and she is one of the most well-known ballet dancers in the world, okay? So, don't let other people's journeys, stress you out or make you feel like it's too late. It is never too late. And if you tell the universe what you want, it will help you get there no matter your age. I see 60, 70-year-old women building fitness careers, building businesses, building empires, okay? It's 2024, we see 40-year-old women who are just becoming parents. There's so much, scientific research and evolution in the world, and really not just that, but it is mind over matter. So between the tech advances that we have in the world and truly believing in yourself, there's absolutely no reason for you to ever doubt that you have a missed opportunity or that your time is up. Your time is never up until you're gone. You're never too old. It's never too late to start. All those things are true, and there's so many people out there that you can look up to and see that they did exactly what you want to do. I think a lot of the time we just don't, we let those dark negative energies get to us because society will pressure you into saying it's too late way easier than it is for them to say, hey, look at this person, look at that person. So look up people that you would be inspired resources or the people or the environment, but they chose to find a way, and it all fell into place. Yes. Just believe it and be it and see it and know that it is true. Instead of being angry at people for what they have, start finding people that you can admire and follow. Really truly follow. Follow the way that they handled things. Follow the peace, the happiness, the joy. You have to think of it like you're a little kid again. If you just think in your head like what you would think as a kid before you let society like mess it all up, things will really, really, really work out for you. Like, you know what they say, right? They say, it's better to, what did they say? No. Ignorance is bliss. That's the word. Ignorance is bliss. That's the phrase. Ignorance to society and to what other people say is possible is bliss. Do not let people limit you. I listened to this podcast. This girl's name is Brooke Castillo. She has this podcast called Life Coach School, and it's actually how I started getting into all of this kind of stuff, and I've been listening to her for a very, very, very long time. And she was saying that a lot of people will email her and say that what she's doing is wrong or bad because she tells people that they can be whoever they want to be, they can make as much money as they want to make, that they can do it. People are mad at her for saying that, for her saying that they can do it, that they can be the best them, because they were telling her that it's irresponsible to tell people that they can be whatever they want to be. I just think that is such a huge, like, red flag of society. Like, that is how people are going to act towards you. People are going to email you, whether it's energetically or actually or verbally. They will tell you you're being irresponsible or naive or in denial or whatever the case is, because that is what they're trained to do. But, you know, this woman is very smart and successful, and her podcast has helped me a lot. So it's just like, I'm not really sure how putting good into the world is irresponsible. I think telling people that they can't do things is irresponsible. We are all just energy, and I think a lot of the times we do things subconsciously. So we all look for someone to believe in, someone to guide us, something to tell us what to do, someone to tell us what to do. And you can do that, still listen to your higher self and focus on these good energies. And when you make these decisions, these unconscious decisions, you will unconsciously connect with your higher self, and you will unconsciously have better things in your life. Like, we aren't actually just thinking through every little single thing that we do. So if you listen to positive stuff or prayers or things like that, you will subconsciously do great, amazing things for yourself. And then at the end of the day, you'll be like, wow, I'm so proud of myself. Versus if you watch all these dark things and listen to these limiting mindsets, you're gonna be like, oh, they were right. Why am I wasting my time? Why am I even trying? Why am I even bothering? People don't want to see other people win, unfortunately. Like, not everybody, right? But a lot doubt starts happening because their limiting beliefs will literally stop you from being the person you want to be. If I told everyone my business, I would be sad and miserable and very unmotivated. So keep that in mind. People people project like how they feel about themselves. So that's why I do think it's important to surround yourself with good energy. Good energy. Everything is working out in divine timing, and you can accomplish anything in a day, in a week, in a minute, in an hour. You'd be surprised how much you could accomplish in a very, very short amount of time. Don't let others stop you. Don't let their negative energy bring you down. You're a magnet of all good things: wealth, health, happiness, excitement. Happy, 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 be happy. In the happiness, you will find more answers to even better, great, amazing opportunities in your life. And you know, one of my favorite phrases is, don't be the smartest one in the room. And it's not that you can't be friends with people who don't inspire you or you find inspiration from. It's not that you can't be around those people, but just maybe don't take their advice because they're probably jealous of you, consciously or unconsciously. We only know what we know. We only know what we see and our upbringing, right? So you want to have as much insight on your life as possible. Don't just take others' words for it. Take your own word for it. Do your own research. There's so many people that have come from nothing and done so much with their life. All you have to do is tap into the resources you can find. Whether that's just being in your own mind and not letting people get to you, or taking the time to research on the internet the things that you want to learn, or making friends with the people that you want to connect with, grow with. But you can do these things very quickly, so don't worry about it. You're right on time in perfect divine timing. Breathe, relax, and know that everything is always working out for you. You're never alone. I'm always here. And you can do anything that you desire. You can be anyone you want to be. And that's not delusional. That's just